What if the greatest secret to unlocking your true spiritual power lay not in something you must acquire, but in something you must withhold? For centuries, mystics, sages, and spiritual masters have whispered about a hidden path, one that only the chosen ones dare to walk. This path is not about rejection or denial, but about mastery over the self, about wielding an energy so powerful that it can alter the very fabric of one's reality. And at the core of this ancient practice lies a controversial yet profound truth: the retention and redirection of sexual energy. But what truly happens when someone chooses to step away from physical desires? Is it a sacrifice, or is it a gateway to unimaginable spiritual strength and transformation? Could the very energy that fuels passion and physical connection also be the key to higher consciousness, limitless creativity, and divine alignment? Today, we dive deep into the mysteries of this ancient practice, unraveling the power of sexual energy and its extraordinary impact on the mind, body, and soul. Sexual energy is often misunderstood. In modern society, it is seen primarily as a physical force, a drive that must be satisfied, an urge that demands release. But ancient traditions have long known that sexual energy is far more than just a tool for reproduction or physical pleasure. It is the raw essence of life itself, the primal force that fuels not only our desires but also our creativity, vitality, and spiritual awakening. In yogic teachings, this energy is called Kundalini, a dormant power coiled at the base of the spine, waiting to be awakened. In Chinese philosophy, it is known as Shai, the vital force that flows through the body, governing health and longevity. Many spiritual traditions refer to it simply as life force energy, the very essence that animates all living things. The practice of harnessing and redirecting sexual energy is not new. It is found in the teachings of Tantra, Taoism, and countless esoteric traditions that speak of sexual transmutation, the ability to convert raw physical energy into higher states of consciousness. Instead of allowing this potent force to be wasted through physical release, spiritual seekers have long practiced techniques to sublimate and channel it into mental clarity, heightened intuition, and profound spiritual enlightenment. Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the modern era, delved into the mysteries of energy transformation within the human psyche. He proposed that what many understood as mere sexual desire was actually a much deeper and broader life force. Jung believed that suppressing sexual urges blindly could lead to psychological turmoil, but consciously mastering and redirecting them could lead to self-realization. What you resist not only persists, but grows stronger, he famously wrote. For those on the spiritual path, this means that abstinence should not be seen as an act of denial, but rather as a conscious choice, guided by a higher purpose. When sexual energy is properly transmuted, it becomes a fuel for enlightenment. This is why, throughout history, the greatest spiritual figures, Jesus, the Buddha, monks, yogis, and ascetics, have chosen celibacy not as a form of punishment, but as a key to unlocking higher consciousness. But why does celibacy hold such immense power? The answer lies in the principle of energy retention. In many spiritual systems, sexual energy is considered the most potent force within the human body. When this energy is released, it does not simply disappear. It is expended, dissipated, and lost. However, when it is conserved and cultivated, it undergoes a transformation. Rather than depleting one's vitality, it begins to fuel higher faculties, sharpening the mind, deepening spiritual connection, and even awakening latent psychic abilities. The Taoist master Mantak Chia describes this process as turning Jing, physical essence, into Qi, energy, and ultimately into Shen, spirit. This movement of energy shifts the focus from the physical realm to the spiritual, enabling the seeker to transcend ordinary consciousness and access higher dimensions of reality. But beyond ancient wisdom, modern science is also beginning to acknowledge the profound effects of energy retention and transmutation. Studies suggest that abstaining from sexual release can lead to increased mental clarity, greater focus, and heightened self-discipline. Retaining this energy has been linked to higher testosterone levels in men, increased motivation, and even improved cognitive function. Some researchers have also observed that individuals who practice sexual transmutation experience heightened creativity, stronger willpower, and a deepened sense of purpose. The path of the chosen ones is not an easy one. It requires immense self-awareness, discipline, and a clear understanding of one's higher mission. The temptation to indulge in physical pleasure is always present, and without a deeper purpose, abstinence can feel like deprivation rather than empowerment. This is why true mastery of sexual energy does not mean mere avoidance. It means understanding how to transform it into something greater. It means taking the most powerful force within and using it to fuel one's divine purpose. Alan Watts, the revered philosopher, once stated, "We are not born into the world, we are born out of it." This suggests that our true nature is not bound to the physical realm, but is deeply connected to the cosmic fabric of existence. By choosing to rise above physical desires, the chosen ones align themselves with their true essence, allowing them to access realms of wisdom, intuition, and spiritual strength that are beyond the reach of those bound by the limitations of physical cravings. The world we live in today is filled with distractions, constant stimulation, endless desires, and a culture that glorifies instant gratification over self-mastery. But those who seek true power and transformation must walk a different path. They must understand that real strength does not come from indulgence, but from discipline, focus, and a connection to something greater than the self. When one chooses to master their energy rather than be ruled by it, they unlock an entirely new dimension of existence. They gain the ability to think with unparalleled clarity, to create with limitless inspiration, and to connect with the divine on the deepest levels. They no longer live as slaves to their desires, but as architects of their own reality. So, the question is no longer, what do I lose by abstaining? But rather, what do I gain? The answer? Everything. In a world that glorifies indulgence, instant gratification, and the constant pursuit of pleasure, there exists a rare group of individuals who choose a different path. They are the seekers, the enlightened ones, the chosen ones. For them, celibacy is not a restriction but a doorway, a sacred key unlocking realms of energy, creativity, and spiritual power that most never access. It is a path of transformation, a way to rise above the mundane and harness the infinite potential within. Neurologists have long studied the effects of abstinence and have found something remarkable. When individuals refrain from sexual activity, the brain undergoes a profound shift. Dopamine and serotonin, the neurotransmitters responsible for motivation, happiness, and clarity, begin to surge. Focus sharpens, mental fog dissipates, and an undeniable sense of well-being emerges. But it doesn't stop there. The body, relieved from the constant drain of sexual release, starts to conserve energy that would otherwise be lost. This energy, when properly redirected, leads to heightened vitality, a stronger immune system, and even a glowing, more youthful appearance. For centuries, spiritual traditions have echoed these findings. They have spoken of the immense power hidden within sexual energy, the very force that creates life itself. They have taught that by preserving this energy, individuals can transmute it into something far greater, higher consciousness, wisdom, and divine connection. This is the essence of celibacy, not a rejection of the physical, but a mastery of it. And for the chosen ones, this path is not just a spiritual ideal, it is a sacred duty. When a chosen one abstains, something extraordinary begins to happen. Their energy, once scattered through fleeting pleasures, starts to accumulate within. This energy does not vanish, it transforms, rising through the body like a fire seeking the heavens. In ancient yogic traditions, this is known as Kundalini awakening, where stored energy ascends through the chakras, unlocking higher states of awareness and spiritual insight. With no distractions clouding their mind, the chosen one begins to notice a shift in perception. Colors seem more vivid, sounds resonate deeper, and intuition sharpens to an almost supernatural level. It is as if a veil has been lifted, allowing them to see the world with clarity and truth. Many report experiencing heightened psychic abilities, visions, premonitions, and an ability to read the energy of those around them. Meditation deepens, dreams become more vivid and prophetic, and a newfound sense of purpose emerges, guiding them toward their divine mission. But beyond the spiritual, there is a more subtle yet powerful transformation taking place within their aura. Every human interaction carries an energetic exchange, but sexual encounters are among the most profound. In these moments, energies intertwine, merging and leaving imprints on the soul. For the chosen ones, whose purpose is sacred, protecting their energy field is essential. By remaining celibate, they avoid entanglements with energies that do not align with their mission. Their aura becomes stronger, more radiant, and impermeable to negativity. They walk through the world with an unshakable presence, their energy untouched by the chaos around them. This transformation is not just about avoiding distractions, it is about unlocking higher purpose. Sexual energy is among the most powerful forces a human can harness. It is the source of creation, not just for physical life, but for all things, art, innovation, and enlightenment. When this energy is retained and redirected, it fuels greatness. The greatest minds of history, from Tesla to Da Vinci, have spoken about the power of celibacy in enhancing genius. Napoleon Hill, in Think and Grow Rich, called it sexual transmutation, the process of converting raw sexual desire into creative and intellectual mastery. With their energy fully under control, the chosen ones begin to notice changes not just in their mental and spiritual state, but in their physical body as well. Their energy levels soar, requiring less sleep yet waking up feeling refreshed. Their skin takes on a radiant glow, their posture straightens, and their physical presence exudes an almost magnetic confidence. Hormonal balance is restored, anxiety fades, and emotional stability strengthens. The chosen ones do not wither, they thrive. Of course, this journey is not without its challenges. In a world driven by pleasure, abstinence is often misunderstood, even ridiculed. Society tells us that sex is essential for happiness, that indulgence is freedom, and that pleasure is the ultimate goal. The chosen ones must resist this illusion, standing firm in their path despite external pressures. There will be moments of temptation, times when the body and mind crave the familiar release. But it is in these moments that true strength is forged. Discipline becomes the sword, self-awareness the shield, and purpose the guiding light. As the chosen ones progress, they begin to see the true power of their decision. Their focus sharpens like never before. Projects that once seemed overwhelming become effortless. Creativity flows like an unstoppable river, ideas appearing as if whispered by the universe itself. They move through life with precision and purpose, no longer weighed down by distractions or fleeting desires. They become vessels of higher wisdom, channeling divine energy into their work, their art, and their mission. And perhaps the most profound realization comes when they look back at their old self, the self that once sought pleasure over purpose, indulgence over discipline. They see how far they have risen, how much they have transcended. They no longer operate from a place of lack, but from a place of abundance. Their energy is no longer scattered, but focused like a beam of light, illuminating everything they touch. At this point, something even more powerful begins to happen. The chosen ones, now vibrating at a higher frequency, start attracting those who resonate with their energy. People are drawn to their unshakable presence, sensing something different, something powerful. They become leaders, guides, beacons of hope in a world lost in distractions. Others begin to see the transformation and ask, "What is your secret?" And with a knowing smile, The chosen ones understand that they are not just preserving energy, they are becoming it. This is not just about refraining from sex. It is about mastering energy, channeling it, and using it to create, to heal, and to awaken. It is about transcending the physical and stepping into divine power. It is about rising above fleeting pleasure and embracing infinite potential. So, what happens when the chosen ones stop having sex? They don't lose. They transcend. They become warriors of light, architects of destiny, and vessels of creation. They unlock abilities that others only dream of, seeing life through a lens of clarity, wisdom, and purpose. They become unstoppable forces of transformation, shaping reality with their thoughts, words, and actions. And in a world filled with distractions, their presence shines like a beacon, a reminder that within each of us lies the power to rise above the physical and embrace the infinite. If this resonates with you, share this wisdom with those seeking a higher path. Let this message awaken the dormant power within. For the chosen ones, the journey is just beginning.